Hello everyone. Today's 2020 election project is Under Pressure. Let's remind everybody to go out there and vote. Under Pressure is a song by Queen and David Bowie. The song was co-written by David Bowie and Queen in the summer of 1981 in an impromptu session in Switzerland. Later that year, it was released on October on Queen's album, Hot Space. The lyrics encompass so much and are left for open and individual interpretation. The center message behind Under Pressure is love. We need to remind ourselves that love is the foundation, and this song is a reminder of that. They wrote this song in mind for everyone to hear that regardless of what's going on, the pressures of life, the struggles of life, the stress of our lives, we need to remind ourselves that love is the answer. One of the first passages I want to bring light to is the verse that says, "It's the terror of knowing what the world is about. Watching some good friends screaming, 'Let me out.' Pray tomorrow gets me higher. Pressure on people on streets." I want to make sure and note that the words that stand out to me is terror, world, screaming, people in the streets. All very real things going on this year in 2020. The true state of our society, which is full of fear, horror, and distress. There's a real situation in our world. This is our reality. We are scared and cry for others, for our families, for our communities, for our country, and yet hope is still alive when I see others fighting. We need to remember that we need to stand united. Another important verse is chipping around. Kick my brains around the floor. These are the days it never rains, but it pours. To me, this means so much. But primarily, it tells me that enough is enough. So much has spilled over the last year, slowly peeling, deteriorating, and abusing our emotions. We need to remind ourselves that the glass is no longer half full or half empty. Instead, it has spilled. There's so many things going on in the world, and the mishandling of certain events of 2020 have left everybody emotionally drained. We want to be able to move forward rather than backwards. And lastly, I would like to take a look at this important verse. Because love's such an old-fashioned word, and love dares you to care for the people on the edge of the night, and love, people on the streets, dares you to change. A way of caring about ourselves. This is our last dance. This is our last dance. This is ourselves under pressure. This reminds me that we need to prioritize love again. Hate should be the word that should be outdated. Kindness should be fundamental. We cannot entrust in others to make a difference. We need to make sure we are that change, one at a time. Everyone being accountable for the decision of our country. We need to encompass everybody's needs, wants, desires, and equity. 2020 brings so much to all of us that are important things. It is important for everybody to listen and read the lyrics of Under Pressure, knowing that it's a cry of desperation that needs to be heard. The 2020 election is facing very important decisions for the state of our future. The lyrics are in tune to the real threat our society is facing. There is so much going on, and sometimes it might seem like there's no end, but we need to encourage love, compassion, kindness, and respect for everyone. We need to vote like our rights depend on it. I leave you lastly with this verse. Change your way of caring about ourselves. This song is a chant in response to our social political environment. It is a reminder of what we are experiencing, and we cannot disregard it. We can no longer ignore this cry from our Black community. We cannot allow children and families to be torn apart. We cannot restrict love. We cannot ignore safety and healthy protocols. Most importantly, we cannot allow for our world to have its last dance. We need to protect our environment and make climate change a priority. We can no longer stand idle or blind to the issues that pertain to all of us. Thank you.